Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to meet Leroy, who's in I assume this is a shuttle bus.
Yeah, it's a 2002 E450 wheelchair shuttle bus.
And so we're going to meet him, get to know how he ended up out here, and then we'll take a tour inside his shuttle bus. So Leroy, I guess let's just start right there. How did you end up here in Quartzsite, Arizona, in living in a shuttle bus?
You're probably going to have heard this before, Bob, but I started out watching your videos some years back and gave me the idea. I always had the idea, but I just didn't know how to go about it. And thanks to your efforts, I've solved a lot of problems and managed to put it together.
Good. And so what motivated you to want to live this lifestyle?
I hadn't been anywhere. I'm a whole life full of raising kids. I'm a single dad and running a small business. I'd never really gone anywhere. I just thought I better do it while I still can. Found this platform, and I thought this is perfect. I've beaten up a few motorhomes already, so
Right.
they're just not strong enough, I don't think, for the kind of abuse I'm going to put them through.
Right. Even these roads here in Quartzsite, these old dirt roads, can really tear up a motorhome.
Oh yeah, and I'm not that big a guy, but motorhomes are always frail. It seems like everything is so. You have to use your fingertips to open doors and drawers, and
Yeah.
I'm not very frail. And kind of clumsy, and I busted up a lot of them over the years. So I thought I'd make one that's strong enough to hold up to my abuse.
Right. And you get exactly what you want in it.
That was kind of the idea. I wanted some good room, and well, you'll have a chance to see. I just kind of went after it. I've never done anything like this, and I'm a lousy carpenter. You're about to find out. And I just thought, why not? Why not? And I wanted to pull a Harley around in the trailer, and I don't have the back to do the long miles on a bike anymore, and I'm too stoved up to really stay on the ground. So it seemed like it was a good solution.
It does. And so how long have you been doing it now?
This is my second year.
Second year. Okay, good.
My second year. I've retired at 62.
And so you're just you're on Social Security and pension?
Social Security and no pension. I was self-employed. But I just the sale of my home and a few things to give me a little cushion, and which is one of the items I learned from you. And I'm doing all right. Seem to be having a good time. I've met some great people. Tom here's awesome.
Yeah.
And it seems like everybody I meet out here is just amazing folks, and it's very therapeutic, I think.
Yes.
After being in the high-power business world for so long, and just to get out and enjoy people for what they really are instead of what they're taught to be. I'm sorry, I'm doing it again.
No, that's good. That's just exactly what we want to hear. Why you're here, and so you said therapeutic. So has it been, after the like you said, the high-powered business world? That it really is. It's stressful. Has this been kind of a real healing time for you?
It's a changing time. I don't know I really don't know what's ahead of me, but I know I like the change. It's made some changes, allowed me to make some changes in myself as well, and I kind of like the way it is.
Yeah.
I like the way it feels. I was a body man and painter for 15 years, or 50 years, and it's just I tore up all my parts.
Right.
I can't use them anymore. I can't make money, so I may as well try to enjoy myself while I'm still around.
Right.
I can still pick up the bike. As long as I can pick it up, I'm going to keep riding.
Okay, good.
Yes,
What's been the best part of the last 2 years?
the travel. I went all the way around the country last year. I had to kind of highball through Texas, so I missed some of that. And there's some places I missed along the way, but I hit 4 different motorcycle rallies last year, and it's been a blast. It's been a blast. I ate my first lobster in Eastport, Maine, and stayed on Alligator Alley in Florida, and it's been a blast. It's just been a blast.
So you've seen a lot of the country and experienced a lot of the country.
Tried my best to.
Yeah.
Tried my best to.
Not just read about it in a book or watched it on TV.
Yeah.
Went there.
And that was the thing. All those years of my head down, I needed to know what was out there. And the Quartzsite's been amazing. I love wintering here. This is fantastic. And the people you trip over.
Yeah. What has been the thing that disappointed you? Just you thought, nah, that probably wasn't all I could have been, or any words of warning for people out there who are thinking about it?
I think my most down times in my travels were having issues with vehicles.
Right.
It's really, in Washington, where I'm from, I've got a group of people that I go to whenever I need anything repaired. I know my strengths, and I count on others for theirs. And I've been burnt a couple of times in motorcycle shops around in Phoenix and in Florida and a few other places. I've been burnt for.
Well, why don't we take a look inside and see what you've done with this old beast?
She'd love to show off,
All
I'm sure.
right, let's go check out Ruby. I'm sure she will be a lovely young friend for us.
So the wheelchair access doors, these still open, and I won't open them now, but in the right setting, my wood stove is right behind it here.
Wow.
So I can light the wood stove with the doors open and have a radiant heat right here close by. Got some overhead storage here. There's actually over 2 feet deep here. So there's quite a bit of just loose storage for, paper items and that kind of stuff, things you go through regularly. I have a little cubic mini wood stove. I've actually been counting on that for my heat source for the last couple of weeks. And I have to reprocess my wood.
Oh, yeah.
So nothing can be longer than 5.5 to 6 inches long.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the Mini is it's a fantastic stove, but boy, it's small.
Yeah. Then just this tub, I filled it almost 3 weeks ago, and I've been using it almost every day. And I think I've still got enough for another evening burn there easily.
Yeah.
It sips the fuel.
Yeah. And puts out a lot of heat for
Yes.
very little fuel.
Amazing. It says 8,000 to 18,000 BTU, but I think I can shut it down a little farther than that. It will drive you out of here, though. Even on a cold night, if you stoke it hard, you have to open windows. I kept the emergency exits.
Sure.
And these will open in any direction, of course. And I kind of like them. I don't leave them open driving, but here at home, this one I made a screen for, just out of these are birch panels that I made to cover both of them when it's really cold. And I just took one of them, cut a screen opening in so I can leave it open. Countertop, nice fridge, kitchen area, I think. These I'm kind of proud of. The poles on my cabinets, I made those. A friend of mine and I, Junior.
Oh, they are wrenches.
They're wrenches, yes. I put them in a forge, heated them up, and bent them and formed them, and then brushed them. And they've been great. There's no coating on them or anything. They're just, nothing comes off. And I welded nuts in them so I could put a screw in them.
Uh-huh.
Nobody in their right mind would ever try to drill a wrench. It's just a bad idea. And so that's why I welded little nuts in them and planed them flat. I kept the Oh My God handles in it.
Uh-huh.
Just because it's kind of handy.
It is. I have one in my ambulance, and I'm not taking it out.
No, heck no. I used an isotherm fridge. It's a marine fridge. Most RVs usually have a refrigerator in them where they have to be absolutely level,
right,
in order to work correctly. And even if it's just a little off level, it'll damage itself a little bit each time. So this thing will operate perfectly up to 30 degrees list, is what they're saying, in any direction. My food storage cabinet used to be one of those roll around kitchen island things.
Uh-huh.
And so
that's great.
knocked the legs off. And I've actually done that same trick with two things. My dresser in the back is also one of those. But the backsplash behind my stove used to be the stainless steel countertop on it.
Oh, wow.
I yarded that off of the cabinet and put that in there. It actually works pretty good for a backsplash.
Yeah, it works great. It's beautiful.
It's a little Berkey of mine. This is a good one. I really love the water I'm getting out of it. Mm-hmm. And we made the perch, the mount, or the platform is out of some oak that a friend of mine had just laying around. All the live edge stuff. The guy's much more of an artist than I am.
Yeah, that's art.
And then I put a Murphy bed in it. This is a twin XL.
Oh, so it folds down,
Yes,
drops
sir.
down.
Yeah. I won't put it all the way down, but it basically drops like so.
Yeah.
And before I put the topper on it, there's a latch. If you lean into it real hard, what I did was I kept two of the original seat frames from the shuttle bus, and I'm using the tilt mechanism from those because you notice the tracking in the floor is for wheelchairs. So
Right.
all the bus seats have to tip up. Well, I kept two of the seats in place and just using that mechanism to operate my Murphy bed with for a hinge. Kind of proud of this little table. I wish I had to give myself a little more thought knowing you were coming.
Another work of art.
Yes,
It really is.
it's amazing. My buddy Quinn, I got to give him kudos for it. The man is fantastic. This was the wood that the pedestal was made for the Berkey. It was the two pieces that we cut off to make the table right.
Mm-hmm.
And through some more of your videos, I learned about how to locate the bung in a wrong place so that it can be extended out. I can add to counter space from here with.
So it'll swing around to where I am.
It will. It'll take that space. Here, sure, I can take it over there. But it's enough to where, it'll give you some counter space to add to, to your workspace in the kitchen.
Right.
And I kept as much of the live edge as I could. I just love that look.
Yeah.
And then when I put it back into place, and of course, it'll turn 360. When I put it back over here, it makes a really nice dining table.
Yeah.
And
Or desk.
Yeah.
And the natural curve is perfect.
It just works awesome.
Yeah.
We did it in a heavy resin, and there's some metallic and things in here. I've been a body and paint man all my life. I had products that I just added to the clear just for giggles, just to throw it in there. But you never see it. The mount underneath is stainless steel. The same guy that helped me with the wrenches made the mount, and I can remove it, but I realized once I got in here, I've never taken it out. Mm-hmm. So
why would you?
Yeah, and I'm really tickled with it the way it came out, and it's been super strong, very durable, and this is basically my entertainment center. Mm-hmm. Just a decent TV. I had kept a PC instead of going to a laptop.
Mm-hmm. Well, both between it and the fridge, you're burning quite a bit of electricity.
It can. The fridge runs on about 85 watts, but it's at 24 volts. Mm. I'm not an electrician, so I don't know what that math really means, but it really does kind of sip power. I've got 4,000 watt hours of battery storage, and this uses less than 10% a day. So in a 24-hour period, this will actually only use about 10% of that battery storage. So for what I did, I think it's pretty conservative.
Right. No, it seems completely reasonable. How much solar do you have?
I have 920 watts.
Oh my goodness!
On the roof. I got 3 residential panels to mount up, and because they're residential panels, the really large ones, I ended up making my own brackets and everything. It's a complete homespun install. It's one of the reasons I went with a solar generator instead of building a DIY solar setup. I'm just not an electrician, and I don't trust myself. I know 2 things about electricity. It costs money and it can kill you.
Yes.
So I figured that's enough. But my solar generators, I keep hidden under here. I'm using a 0.0 Titan.
Never heard of it.
Titan 0.0 has come out with several battery pack systems for boondockers, and this was their biggest one. I kind of overkilled this thing a little. It's got a 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter on it and 2 1,500 watt charge controllers. The battery packs, left my junk in the way. The battery packs are basically about the size of a briefcase, and I have 2 here. Each one of those is 2,000 watt hours. So I can be frivolous with my power.
You can.
And still survive 3 days without any sun. My shower is actually kind of an entity in itself. The man door is the third wall. I have two walls. I'll have to show you when we get outside how the shower works. It is propane, so I do have to hook up propane to it, and I can't heat my water when the door is closed. Obviously, there's the burner, so it would set the rig on fire if I did it inside. Really never had a use for hot water in here. I mean, I just really haven't. I mean, I stay relatively clean. My place isn't terrible, but I've never really needed the hot water inside. The only time I need hot water is for a shower. So the shower sets up outside. I did use a Nature's Head, and it is not mounted. I've seen a lot of people through many videos that I've gotten from watching your stuff. Many people don't mount them, and I understand why. It's kind of nice to be able to move it
Yeah.
on occasion if you're doing things back here, just to have it out of the way. And it works awesome. I love it.
So it doesn't have a tendency to move around.
No,
No.
no. Well,
It's
this
not
is
secured at all.
no. I left but I still have the rubber mat floor in here, so that kind of helps with it holding it still.
Yeah.
This is the other cabinet that I was using.
So is that a store-bought cabinet?
Yes, this was one of those roll-around kitchen island things with the stainless steel countertop on it. The countertop is now my backsplash on my. This is the engine's air conditioning unit. Anybody that's familiar with the shuttle bus knows they have AC in here that, with no one in it, I can chill meat back here. This thing really blows a lot of cold air. I actually have to turn it off about every 15 minutes when I'm driving. From this chiller while I'm driving, it blows a lot of cold air. My brother Randy helped me do the red cedar in the ceiling, and I love that feel. I wanted a cabin feel to it if I could. That's why I use so much wood. But anyway, this is my shower. The platform here, I actually screwed up and used some used metal. I should have used new. Lots of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But this tilts down and hangs on chain here. And if you look here, there's another piano hinge here. There's two panels here. One of them's 3/4 inch, the other one's 1/2 inch. The two together come out and make one wall. Then the 1/2 inch swings across and makes the back wall. And then I open the man door and they all link together in the corner. It takes about 5 minutes to put it together. But it's really solid. I'm over 250 and it holds my weight just fine. I haven't had any issues with it.
So folks, I think you got some great ideas out of that, some real ideas that you can apply to your own life. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.